Remember, you're bigger than him. Great. He does fight back. If he gets sick of that, he'll bite. He's the security guard around here, you know?
Alright guys, we were doing some maintenance on this Bobcat. I think you maybe saw that we're getting a loud screeching noise off the left drive motor. What we were told is there's a fitting under the cab. You got to lift the cab off or lift it up. There's a fitting down there with a screen and kind of a spring and what I would call like a needle jet. They now take that out and put just a smooth tube fitting to allow hydraulic flow without being restricted from that screen or needle jet. We put that in. I used it all day yesterday pushing snow. Never did hear the noise. Not sure if that fixed it completely, but so far it is working. So if you guys are having that kind of trouble, what we were told is the restricted flow kind of causes the parking brake to somewhat engage, causing that loud screeching noise. So that's why they just went with a smooth high flow fitting or whatever. So hopefully that's done, because that was very worrisome that we had a large expense coming our way versus just a little fitting. Took about 15 minutes to put in. It's super easy to get to once you have the cab lifted up. Otherwise, yeah, fuel filters, engine oil was okay, and then we did this hydraulic filter. It's called a hydraulic charge filter. In here, it's right in the middle of the Bobcat, behind the cab, in front of the engine. And the filter is tipped upside down slightly, so as you loosen it, oil just pours out. No way to put a pan in there. There's not even enough room to get the filter out dang near, so that's junk. Did not enjoy that. Ain't that right, girl? Also, we did tension tracks. Fairly simple. You pop this cap off here, and there's a grease zerk in there, and you pump grease in to tension the tracks. They recommend lifting the Bobcat off the ground and having like 3/4 of an inch of slack under your mid roller. Not that you guys probably care to know that, but that is what we did. So this thing, besides changing the oil in the drive motors or hub, in the hubs here, which we don't have the oil right now, once that is done, this thing will be ready to do some rock picking this spring, which is coming quick, I'm afraid. Not weather-wise, but number of days-wise. It's going to be end of March very quickly, I'm afraid. And we just got one planter in here. Time to work. What doing?
Well, we're spot-free rinsing.
Is it going to work?
Well, it worked last time.
You're
so.
about halfway done with your water, and you've done...
I've done everything besides this side of the trailer, so we'll have plenty.
Right on. Yeah, it usually uses 20 gallons or 25, depending how conservative you are. Usually we don't spot-free rinse a fifth wheel plate, but Chet seems to do that today, so...
All right, guys, we're into planter work. Brody is going through the planter units. The farm that he came from before working here ran same type of setup, precision, high speed, furrow force, so he knows what he's doing. So we got him working on that. I am in the 9RX here. We're gonna see how this all works and if Dad likes it, but he did not like where I had the 2020 monitor right here mounted last year. I had it here, and he didn't like having to turn back like this to look at the monitor. He wants it up here somewhere. Brody, he used to be a planter operator last year. He had his down here on the armrest. So I'm trying to build a bracket for holding it down here. I know they sell them, but I'd like to maybe customize it and then also mount this cup holder with a phone holder somewhere in here. I either can put it up here, or maybe I can integrate it into this bracket, or I can mount it here even. Ooh, that might be nice, something like that. So we'll see. I'll put the link to these cup holders. I've done it before, but we really like these because they got the phone holder there. They come with multiple brackets to put anywhere on ATVs, whatever you want to. They're very universal and I really like them. So that's what I'm working on. Alright, so it still needs to be painted, but this is what I got. So switches are here. Hopefully it makes it very inconvenient to get to the cup holder, there's no doubt about that. But I think being right here will help him when he has his gears here. He lowers the planter, he lowers the marker, boom, master on, away he goes out of a corner. A lot better than being up here with the gears down here. It'll be a lot tighter set up here. Hopefully he doesn't get rowdy and with his arm here and start hitting switches, but I think it's pretty free. You can still touch the 20 or the 4600. It don't hit. I got the seat all the way down. I got this designed so it just barely misses, but no one ever goes with the seat all the way down. So yeah, that'll be nice. That'll be nice. Alright, one last piece of metal. I'm going to weld that on just like this. And then I'm going to put this cup holder like that so he can have his phone there, his mellow yellow there, his northern chill there, whatever he chooses to have there. And that should be enough room here. You got to kind of put your shoulder up here, but it will clear everything. And then he won't have to have such an inconvenient reach to these cup holders here that are factory. What do you find? That's war? That's junk?
That's junk.
I think it looks good.
Well, that's you and that's me.
That's you and that's me.
Look at that one. That one's way better.
Well, this is the smart firmer here, so it's wider just in general.
Yeah. But. Yeah.
So I heard you're the smart guy about this.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, you're the guy for the job. So what are you doing to this thing?
Servicing the row units.
So we're putting graphite on the plates for lubricity against the seal here. What else are you looking over?
The knockout wheel, the seals. Sometimes they crack in there, but they've all been good so far.
You do this to make sure it
check
moves.
these and see if they move like that.
That's just how you like it, just like that.
Just like that.
And then the speed tubes, what are you doing? You're inspecting
The little wheels.
Yes, we should rip one of those apart so we can show them what we're doing. You've only, how many rows have you done? And you've only replaced 2?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Duggo was easy on her.
I guess so.
So this is the speed tube. This is what allows the planter to go 10 miles an hour and plant accurately. Did I say that word right?
I would say that.
Yeah. Yeah, so inside this thing, it's really fascinating. Simple, but fascinating. So right inside here is where the magic happens. So this is the wheel that Brody's been checking and replacing if they look something like this. They're supposed to be perfect. And this happens by, what would you say? If a rock gets in there.
A rock. Usually a rock.
Some foreign material can get in there and cause binding and ruination of.
Then you gotta go out there and peel it apart.
Yep.
In the middle of the night.
I don't have experience with it because I run the bean planter and I don't have speed tubes yet. Yet is the key word there.
Maybe we should.
It won't be this year, but someday I hope. Someday I hope. So other than that, look over that, inspect the belt, make sure nothing, no cracking, no missing paddles. Make sure the bearing's good. Retension the belt. All pretty simple, basic stuff. This is the second year on it, so really not too many big bad maintenance issues, I would say.
Too much wear.
We do have to put new openers on. We got 2 years on the openers, and they're just about to 14.5 inches across. They come new at 15. They say to replace at 14.5. So that's a big job we get to do.
Your turn.
Did I miss anything here? I think this one's good to go. Looks perfect. She's ready to shoot some seeds.
Well, you didn't tension it though.
No, here you go. So I do like what your previous employer had for rules is if one guy works on the planter, that's the guy that does every row. And since you started, I'd hate to get in the way.
I don't know what's going on here. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's a pebble.
Little pebble.
Eric, I'm doing my rounds. How are you doing?
I'm good.
You know what I've accomplished today?
Yeah, I do.
Like 8 phone calls, and I built a bracket. And it's 4 o'clock.
How's that bracket gonna work?
Oh man, that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be nice. Now I really hope, like I was telling you earlier, that I do all that work, and Dougo gets in there and says, "Nope, I hate this."
Yeah, he'll do it. Then he'll just be tillage this spring and we'll plant.
So I was concerned about this oil leak on the floor, thinking that my SUV ports were going bad. But then, Brody, I remembered when we unhooked this, we said, we probably should tighten the fittings on the end of the hose for this Chanel hitch that we installed on the planter last year to go from 2-point to drawbar, which we really liked, but we never tightened that, and we ran it all season. There's not even Teflon tape on there. I don't know what we were thinking. Well, I'll guarantee you that's stronger than the whole armrest. Boom. Hello. Oh, extended car warranty? Oh, okay. For all the important fast access phone calls you need. That's gonna be sweet. Yes. So there we go. 2020 monitor mounted. I hope Dougo likes it. But clears everything. Let's check with the window here. Yep. Still get my fingers back there. Everything's good. Seat comes up, doesn't hit. Yes, I should make these and sell these. Now there's an idea. You look at that and tell me it's not the greatest thing that you've ever seen manufactured out of the shop.
It would have been better if it was gloss black.
Yeah, he thinks I should have painted it gloss, but I went with matte.
That's gonna be nice.
It clears, it clears. You're just letting all the air out of my seat.
You gotta get these cords out of here though. But yeah, that'll be nice.
Just
Wonder how many times he'll mess up on his master.
You know what? We sit in here all winter long and all summer long waiting to do this, and then it's like 2 weeks of planting, and then it's over with.
Then you forget everything.
Then you forget everything. Should be a fun process, relearning everything that we knew on the last day of the 2 weeks.
Yep, that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, I do like that. That's one. So we are working on combines. Eric has been, I should say. We are taking the spacers out of the rotor. We put this spacer in between those two to allow more clearance around the rotor. But for soybeans and black beans, we want this spacer on top, which then just closes it up closer, better thrashing in different crops, different settings. So that's what we were in here. We also, do we want to tell them that we vacuumed the inside of the rotor out? We vacuumed it out.
And
Because of why?
shoe augers, everything. Well, combining, or this will be in edible beans first this coming fall, and they don't like any corn or soybeans, so I cleaned out the inside of the combine here. We'll blow the grain tank out with air outside in the summertime or something, and then do a flush. So go out in the field, combine for 100 yards in the black beans, and then just dump that out either into a wagon or somewhere else, but it's going to be contaminated with corn and beans, soybeans, so it can't go to town like that.
Because they're a food grade.
Yes.
100% food grade, where corn and beans, a lot goes to feeding animals.
Yeah, gets
So-
ground up. And
Or ethanol. So this is 100% food grade product, so they do not want any contamination. They also will not be coming back to the farm. They go directly to town. So that's why we have to be so particular with cleaning these things up. So they say.
so that's why we're vacuuming out a combine.
Yeah, it looks a little ridiculous when the mechanic from Kibble was here looking it over. He's like, "You guys are seriously vacuuming the inside of the rotor?" Yeah, isn't that normal?
Twice a day, why?
We should talk about what he found in the inspection. So Air Force One, they're both similar, like pretty much exactly the same, hour-wise. This one, I think I looked at the work order, $600. One belt, two bearings that were a little loose, nothing major on this machine.
Yeah.
They are doing the update to the bogey wheels. They will be coming out to do that. But otherwise, this one was basically grease and go. Replace a belt and two bearings. This one will be easy peasy. Now, Randy's combine, that is a year newer. That has 3 or 4 belts that are cracked. And what else was it?
Grain tank gearbox, which
Yeah.
this
This
has
one-
had that issue too.
Yeah,
so.
this is on its 3rd grain tank gearbox, $2,100 a pop. That one now it will be on its 2nd one,
Yeah.
as far as when we've owned it.
Right. What else was there? The 5-speed gearbox behind the cab. The left seal on that leaks, and they don't hold the oil unless the engine's running. It pumps it up to that gearbox, so changing that seal is going to be pretty quick, I think.
And it's, but really, all said and done, I think that one's $3,000. So
Could be worse.
3,500 for 2 combines, roughly.
Yeah.
Rough estimate. That's better than the tractor was, and the tractor has way less moving parts than one of these. So
Yeah.
I'm very pleased with how they ran this year.
Like that 9RX losing all its.
Rubbers.
No,
It's
they
never good when the rubber flies off.
add it. Oh my. add it to the list of the 9RX issues.
Yeah. But they've got combines pretty well perfected, I would say.
Yeah.
The 700 series combine was basically a 600 series with updates,
Yeah.
is to my understanding, and a ton more technology, which is good or bad, however you want to. Depends the person and depends the day what's broken.
Yeah.
So that kind of wraps up that. Nothing really too interesting to show us. Put belts on a combine.
Yeah, and I got to see how to set this thing for edible beans, which we'll have to get the book.
We do have to do, that's going to cost some money. Different crop. We got to put a slow down kit on the feed accelerator and swept back wings, whatever those are,
Yeah.
on the feed accelerator, and slow down the chain in the feeder house.
Yeah.
So that should be, I think he said $2,000 a combine.
Whose idea was it to get into edible beans? It'll pay off. When corn goes back down to $3, beans back down to 8, that's when the edible beans will shine.
This year we're
Maybe.
just doing a lot of work to maybe be the same.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the bracket from?
Oh, that's yours truly. Designed and fabricated it.
How did you know that wouldn't hook on stuff?
Oh, lots of time.
You know, a big guy like me could.
I had the air down
Oh.
all the way.
I didn't know they were watching me. Yeah.
I had the air down, it clears everything. And all the way up, it clears everything.
So is this a patent pending bracket?
I don't know.
Retirement
Look at the cup
idea?
holder and everything.
I think. Oh boy. Oh, if I get hurt, and you know my elbows, I get flying around in here. Oh, that would hurt. Like that. We're gonna have to put some foam around there.
Bye.
How about that? I call it mouse foam, but the stuff in a can, expandable foam. We'll just lather that all up there. That'll look
Oh,
good.
that'd look excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that'll be better than what you were.
Suppose I'll pour it all over that. That should be good. Mellow yellow in the switches. Okay. Maybe we could turn this around.
Well, that's your cell phone holder there. See?
Yeah, I can't get my pop. This has got to be turned around.
Well, we can do that.
I think so. I'd do that. That way that sharp corner won't get my elbow. Okay, my eye doctor. I just got back from the eye doctor. He said that my right eye should not be redder than my left eye, so now I have some more drops. But everything looked good. So thanks for everybody's concern. I know how a lot of them have been losing sleep and all of that, but I'll be fine. But I have to order glasses now. Yeah, that's the truth.
The
I don't-
Verilux.
No, no. I told this new doctor, I said, don't even say those words to me. I am done. Experience, junk. It's over. It's over.
It's over, just like this video. That's it.
Oh.
We're done for the day. We're
can
going
go
home. You've been gone all afternoon, so you
Well,
get to
I
start
got
work.
some work on that pickup of mine there. You know,
In
the,
your church clothes?
the vacuum. I should have asked these guys about that vacuum. 4-wheel drive. Quit working in the vacuum hoses. I haven't gotten it fixed yet. So now I'm wondering if it ain't the switch on top of the transfer case. See ya.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.